football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and Gang Green, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on a second team from the AFC, the New York Jets. It's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has him. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Nothing after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Shifts by him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
On third down, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that was one that they kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Wilson going to throw for it, escaping the pressure right. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's Wilson to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Rolling to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down. Here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Looking for the end zone. Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Ravens are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And, he sheds himself free. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit out and running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson to throw. Dobbins with it. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carter with it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, here's Carter. Sheds him off at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.